I am a Richmond girl, born here, raised here, high school, college, spoiled rotten because I was the only girl, 4 brothers, so I was a tomboy. My mother actually graduated from St. Luke's Hospital as a registered nurse. She never practiced as an RN, but she certainly used her degree raising 5 children. And my father, he was a Caroline County farm boy. Down the alley was a little florist called Strange's Florist. He volunteered to help the lady who ran this florist. He eventually bought the florist from her. Probably before I was 8 years old, my father would put us to work in the greenhouses, just doing whatever. Disbudding carnations was probably the first thing you did. I always kind of worked in the office, but then there came a time when my father felt like he wanted to know who it was that was keeping the books. So he actually brought in the CPA that helped him with the books to train me on how to keep the books. And I did that in high school, after school every day. So it was almost a full-time job when I was in school. We grew up with the expectation that we all would go to college. When I would talk to my guidance counselor in high school and told him I really liked bookkeeping, they said, "Oh, so you want to be a secretary?" And I was like, "No, I don't really want to be a secretary, and I've got to go to college." And for me, when I went to VCU, there was no click, or you looked right or you looked wrong. There was none of that judgment. And I think for the first time, I felt like I wanted to figure out who Jane was. My principal's accounting teacher, Jackie Williams, called me after class, and she was very intimidating. Matter of fact, I remember just being really nervous that she said, "I want to see you after class." She just told me, "Why aren't you majoring in accounting? What are you doing in the secretarial program?" So she's the one that convinced me to change my major. I walked in the credit union, and it was a very small organization compared to the banks that were in town back then. I got a call from somebody at Pete Mark that said, "Hey, credit union really needs some help. And I think you ought to give them a call." And I went in, and Dot Hall, like I said, was the manager, and she remembered me from being their auditor. And I think we talked for about 20 minutes. She said, "You're hired, please, can you start now." Anyway, so I've been here ever since. Dot had a good nose for character and quality of person, and it was like family members coming in to visit, and it kind of made me think of what it was like working at the florist all those years. Just the collaboration and the fun. It wasn't work, it was something that was very worthwhile. I never aspired to be a president. I don't know that I ever thought about, what I wanted to accomplish or anything like that. Being president of the credit union would enable me to really do more with the financial education. And it sort of became a big passion of mine in that time. Here it's different. You cannot know how you can really help somebody unless you really listen. And I am proud of how much my employees enjoy being here. I think they're thriving. They're not just, it's not a job, they're thriving, they're having fun. And that fun and that caring, the empathy and the compassion for the member is here. One of the biggest compliments that I really enjoyed hearing is I heard 2 employees talking, and one of them said something like, "Oh my gosh, she's the president, and she's going to come talk to us." And the other one, who'd been here a while, said, "Oh, don't worry, Jane's one of us. She's one of us. She's okay." So